We're gonna do a little throwdown today, all right? What's better, spatchcock or a whole turkey? You guys not wanna miss this one. We're gonna smoke them on our kettles. That's right, I got two kettles going. One's a Weber, one's a slow and sear kettle. We're not comparing the two. We're just comparing how we like the birds. I love the spatchcock my turkeys, okay? And actually all the poultry. I think it cooks more evenly. We're gonna do a simple prep on these. We're gonna use a little Tony C's injectable butter. This is the Creole style, okay? That keeps it nice and moist throughout the bird. And then we're gonna go with a little SPG seasoning, real simple seasoning, okay? We're not trying to blow it out with a bunch of barbecue flavors. Let the smoke hit it, okay? We're gonna use a little Bear Mountain wood chunks. We're gonna use apple wood in both of the kettles. Both of the kettles actually are set up with the slow and sear inserts. And then we're gonna cook them nice and hot, okay? We're gonna try to keep those kettles between 350 and 375. Thinking the birds won't take more than an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. That spatchcock bird will probably be done sooner. That's okay. Not basting or not getting crazy with anything. This is just simply spatchcocking better than a whole turkey in there. I know a lot of you like the presentation of a full turkey. I don't care. I'm chopping that thing up anyway. It's going out to the family. Spend 24 hours on Thanksgiving for you to eat it in 30 seconds. So anyway, also, it is blowing like crazy outside. We have this thing in Southern California called the Santa Ana winds, and we're getting about 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts outside. So any filming I do outside, the microphone is just not gonna pick up very well. So we'll just throw some music over it. I'm gonna use a lump charcoal in both of the kettles. We're not putting too much into this, guys. We're gonna keep it nice and simple. Y'all, before we get into prepping those birds, I need to talk about this week's sponsor, ZBiotics. ZBiotics is the world's first genetically engineered pre-alcohol probiotic. It was invented by a group of PhD scientists to help you get through those rough mornings after a long night of drinking. All you gotta do is give it a shake, twist that cap, give it a shot, and make sure you make it that first drink of the night. And then we're gonna go with the second right away. Now you'll be set for those Thanksgiving parties where you know you're gonna be annoyed with all that family you only see once a year, and you need to drink a little bit of wine, a little bit of whiskey, vodka, whatever gets you through that day. Just make sure that ZBiotics shot is the first drink of the night, and you won't have to worry about the morning after. So what happens when you drink alcohol? Well, it turns into a toxic byproduct that sits in your gut. And it's not dehydration that makes you feel like crap the next day. It's that toxic byproduct. But ZBiotics produces an enzyme that breaks down that toxic byproduct. It basically works like your liver does, but in your gut. So guys, make this the first drink of your night and then go crazy on that Thanksgiving spread. Drink all that alcohol you need to do within moderation and drink responsibly to get through all that family fun, right? Make sure you stay hydrated and get plenty of sleep, and you'll feel amazing the next day. Guys, I know how this stuff works. I know it works well. Had a shot right before we went out to the Halloween parties, dressed up like Rip from Yellowstone, drank like Rip from Yellowstone, realized I am not Rip from Yellowstone, but having one of these got me through the next day with no problems. So if you guys want to give ZBiotics a try, go to zbiotics.com/cookingwithcj or scan the QR code up on the screen right now to save 15% on your first order when you use code cookingwithcj at checkout. And I'll have a link down below in the video description to zbiotics.com/cookingwithcj. And thank you to ZBiotics for being such a great channel sponsor. Make sure you guys hit that link down below to get yourself some. Let's get those birds prepped. We're gonna get them out of the packaging, take all the stuff they like to hide in the carcass out, leave that, put that to the side, get them nice and clean and dried off. We'll get them over here on the cutting board. When we're spatchcocking that bird, we're gonna take a sharp knife, run it down each side of the backbone. So we're getting through all the meats and tendons we can get to. And then we're gonna take a nice sharp pair of kitchen shears, go up one side and down the other with those kitchen shears. Make sure you got a good sharp pair. And be careful when you're doing it. These birds are slippery. Just be careful, okay? No one wants to go to the ER on Thanksgiving. Cool? And then we're gonna slice a little bit into the breastbone, turn it over, give it a little CPR, break that breastbone, be nice and flat, and we'll start seasoning it up. The other bird, we're just gonna clean out, dry off, get all that stuff out, and then we'll season it up. And we're also using that Tony C's butter. Come on down here, we'll get these birds prepped up. All right, team, let's get working on the other bird. This one actually has a snapped spine. So, well, hello there. Just gonna deal with that. I'm not entirely sure how, but yeah, it is what it is. This one comes with the legs wrapped up in the skin here, holding them tight. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it because it'll save me the trouble of trusting it. Get our temp spikes in. We're gonna put them in the thickest part of the breast right here. Okay, that one's in. That one is in also. And then we'll monitor it from the app. Theme, like I said, we got our twin temp spikes in the birds. We're gonna use that app to set it up. We're gonna cook these birds to about 160 internal in the thickest part of the breast. Once we get to that point, we'll pull them off and let them rest. The key to a good turkey, a nice, moist, tender turkey, is cooking it to the correct temperatures, and we're gonna do that. We're also going to use my Lightning Instant Read thermometer to check the temps of the rest of the bird, just to make sure we're getting a nice, even cook. Let's go get those kettles fired up. I'll bring you along with me. Come on back when these kettles are ready to get the birds on. Oh, real quick, you want one of these? Links down below, baby. All right, save you a little bit of cash when you use my link. All right, come on back. Turkeys are on. Now, being that that whole bird is got a broken spine and it's kind of lifted up, it's touching the top of that kettle. Not a whole lot I can do about it right now, so now, you know, that top part, you know, won't look as pretty as it should, but it is what it is. I could not put these lengthwise. Now, both of these turkeys are about 16 pounds, a little bit more, a little bit less on each of them, okay, but about the same size. I could not turn them so the breast was facing out, you know, not towards the fire. So what's gonna happen is about halfway through the cook, you know, when we're looking at 80, 90 degrees on the internal, I'm gonna go ahead and go out there and flip them around. Okay, so give them a, you know, give them a 180. But we'll ensure even cooking the whole way through. Got that nice applewood smoke going, some good flavors. We're looking solid, okay? So, see you in a little bit. Stick around. We are temping halfway through, so we're gonna switch these turkeys around. I got line gloves on. Nice temp going. We're about 350 in both of these. We got a bald spot here. It's like me. Looking good. You can see a ton of juice going on in there. Got a little darker on the outside over on this side. You know, that's again why we're moving it. Skin's a little crispy. That's okay. We got a nice, juicy, moist breast. All right, we'll finish off the smoking. Okay guys, like I said, it's breezy today, but I wanted to come out and check temps. So it's at 130. This one's coming up a lot quicker, but I don't think it's even. So I'm not entirely sure about the whole bird going on here. We're running about just under 400. Let's check the temps back here. I mean, the juice is coming out. We're looking good. 127. All right, let's just keep an eye on it. I'm not going to turn the bird anymore. Obviously, we've crisped that up a bit. It is what it is. Okay. Let's check out. All right, the spatchcock bird. It's temping out about 120 in the breast over here. Yeah, 129. 142. Obviously this side's gonna get done a little bit more. It's towards the fire. Yeah, the thigh and the legs will be done a lot quicker. I might twist this one around again, but we got time. The spatchcock bird obviously looks a lot better. I think just the setup of that other kettle, it's a little rough on it. Okay, come on back. Guys, our big bird is temping out. Got it at 163. We'll go ahead and pull it. It got plenty of color, guys, but it is what it is. We'll peel it off. I'm sure it'll all look great. All right, the other bird at the same time is temping out at 140 in the breast up here. Let's just check the rest of it. Yeah, 140. We still have a ways to go on the spatchcock bird. Now, I don't know if the temps were a little higher in that SNS kettle, but this one's coming along. Obviously, it looks a lot better. So we are getting a more even cook on it, but this is definitely a faster cook. So I don't know, guys. Either way, it's gonna be great. Okay, guys, remember it's still windy out here. Our temp probe is saying that we're at 162. This one's showing 158 in there. I think it's still good enough to go ahead and pull it. We're 180 in the thigh over on this side, which is to be expected. Yeah, this one's a little bit less. Obviously, it's closer to the fire. Not a big deal. Okay, bird's ready to come off. We'll let it rest, and then we'll chop. Both our birds are off. They're resting. Okay, first bird. The whole bird looks like shit. I mean, there's another way around it. It got kind of crispy on the outside, but we've given it time to rest. We're gonna slice into it, carve it up, and we'll see where we're at. The whole bird took a little more than 2 hours. The spatchcock bird, which looks tons better, took about 3 hours. So the temps must have fluctuated a little bit out there. The winds, like I said, are blowing. I don't know if that had something to do with it. I don't know if the snap spine on the whole bird was causing issues with it too. Probably a lot of variables. You know, it is what it is. I told you from the beginning, this is not very scientific, okay? This is just me kind of putting stuff together, having some fun, seeing what's what. I do personally believe, no, even not cutting into stuff, I've just done enough turkeys and enough poultry over my, illustrious career that spatchcocking your birds is the best way to go. So maybe a little bit of bias on this one, but, I did everything the same way all the way through. I think having that snap spine, kind of lifted that bird up a little bit, which, might have caused a little bit. The birds are a little bit big for those kettles, so I would probably knock them down to a 12, 13 pound bird maybe next time. Okay, so lesson learned, not a big deal. They're gonna both be wonderful. Not even stressing about that. You're gonna have a great dinner tonight. It's gonna be amazing. All right. We're gonna let that spatchcock bird rest for a little bit of time too. Let all those juices kind of chill out, redistribute. If you start cutting it right now, everything just go flying. Come on back and we'll be on the counter here slicing into them. Y'all, turkeys are rested. We're gonna slice into them. On the spatchcock, I've already kind of sliced into the breast. I had to do something for Dalstrong, who's one of my channel sponsors. So I had to bust out the knife and do a little something for them. So that's why the breast has already been cut into on the spatchcock bird. I'm gonna go through and carve both of these up. They're both on big cutting boards right now. And then, I'll show you the drip of the, the breasts and all that stuff. And then we'll give them a try, okay? But it's gonna be real quick. Obviously, the whole bird got a little toasty. I mean, it just is what it is. We're gonna clear all that off. We're just using the meat. We're all good. Just watch when I carve that breast off the bone, and you guys will see how juicy it is, okay? So, a little crispy on the outside, but it's gonna be awesome on the inside. Come down here, we're gonna start carving it up. I'm not gonna show you the whole carving process. We'll be here all night. All right, let's go. Whole turkey breast right here. It was nice and juicy. It's looking great. Same with the spatchcock bird. We're gonna slice a little bit into it and we'll give it a try. But really, my carving skills are, you know, nothing to be excited about. I do have the Dalstong Carving Set here, which is a carving knife, a honing steel, and a serving fork. If you guys want to get that, I'll have a link down below. We got a bite of each right here. We're using the breast meat, okay? It goes to show you, oh man, it's good. Plenty of smoke. I'm loving it. That Creole flavor, the seasoning. All right, that was good. That was from the spatchcock bird. Now I got a little piece of the whole bird. That's good. All right, it's good. I think I got a little bit more smoke on the bite from the spatchcock bird. Pretty good. Pretty good. Both are fully acceptable birds. All right. So my final thought on this is do your bird spatchcock style. Whether you're doing the oven, you're doing it on one of your grills, whatever, okay? To me, it's an even cook all the way through. It took a little bit longer on this one, which is fine, but it's more even, pretty damn tasty, okay? All right, guys, we've come to the end. Spatchcock's the way to go. If you guys want to get anything I use in my videos, from the SNS kettle to the Weber kettle to the Tunetank spike, the knives, the cutting boards, merch, all that stuff is down below. Hit show more underneath the video. Get to the video description, you get links to everything. If you'd like to become a show producer like all these awesome people scrolling in front of me right now, people that know spatchcocking is the way to go. There's two ways to join. Either you grab that link to Patreon in the video description, or you hit that join button right next to the subscribe button, which you should have already hit by now. But other than that, guys, we're done. Listen, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week and a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ.